Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Trello cards on WooCommerce purchase. So I'm managing an e-commerce store with the help of WooCommerce, and I'm managing all the details of the order such as the shipment status, tracking, etc. with the help of Trello. So my objective is that whenever a customer is going to place an order on my WooCommerce store, automatically a card should be created with the name of that customer and the order ID in Trello. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up the connection between WooCommerce and Trello, and that we are going to do without any coding and programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So in this video we are going to learn how to automatically create Trello cards for WooCommerce purchase. So I am managing my e-commerce store with the help of WooCommerce, and for tracking all the order details which are being placed on my WooCommerce store, I am using Trello. So my team members are managing the cards on Trello related to the orders for tracking each of the order, such as details of the customer, status of the order, processing, shipping and the delivery status, so that effectively all the orders could be processed without any deadline missing. Now here my objective is that as soon as a WooCommerce order will be placed by a customer, automatically a card should be created with all the details of the order in Trello. So to automate this entire process, I will have to build a connection between WooCommerce and Trello, and because they are not directly connected, we are going to use Pabbly Connect to build a connection between them. Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which helps us to set up connections between our work applications to automate our repetitive tasks, and that too without any coding and any programming skills. So let's get started quickly. Currently I am on my home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by tapping the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, we'll find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, you just have to click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on the sign up for free button. It is going to create a free new account for you, that too in just 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you will be receiving 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. So as an existing user, here I'm going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to click on access now on Pabbly Connect. And you can see it has taken us towards the dashboard of our Pabbly Connect account. So on our dashboard, we can find all our workflows which we have created. And to save the same workflows, we can also create different folders. So like this, you can also create separate folders for separate workflows according to your choice. Now to create a new automation, we are going to click on this create workflow option. And here you can see a dialog box is appear in front of us. So first of all, it is asking us to provide a name to the workflow. So here I'm going to give a name. Create Trello cards on WooCommerce purchase. So after giving the name to my workflow, I am going to select the folder. So you can see we have a list of folders over here. So because I am creating this automation to manage my e-commerce store effectively, so the folder which I am going to select is automations for e-commerce. In the similar manner, you can also create separate folders as I've told you. Now we are going to click on create, and as we have done that, you can see a new screen is open in front of us. So the screen contains a blank workflow with two extremely important windows. First is a trigger over here and the other is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation runs. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is a response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now let's suppose here my objective is that whenever a new order is placed on WooCommerce, automatically a card should be added in Trello. So here I am going to take WooCommerce in trigger and Trello in action. When we are going to set up the connection between these applications, we will clearly see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the order is placed on WooCommerce, then only the card will be created in Trello, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us quickly start creating the automation step by step. To start with the workflow, first of all, we will go towards our trigger step and we will select our trigger application. So over here, our trigger application will be WooCommerce. Let's select that. Then we have to select the trigger event. Trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or it is going to start. So you can see we have a list of events over here. On the happening of whichever event you want to capture the response, you have to select one of them. So here, because we want that whenever a new order will be created in WooCommerce by a customer, then the response should be captured, because we want to create Trello cards for each of the order. Okay, so here we have selected the trigger event, and as we have done that, now we have to build the connection between WooCommerce and Pabbly Connect. So how we are going to build that connection? With the help of this webhook URL. So we have received this webhook URL which we have to insert inside WooCommerce so that the connection could be built. And when we are going to do that, the webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for transferring the data of every new order from WooCommerce towards Pabbly Connect, and that too instantly. Alright, so here how we are going to insert this webhook URL. For that also we have received the instructions. We will simply follow these instructions step by step to set up the connection, and as we will do that, every time an order will be placed. So first of all, let's copy the webhook URL, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what you are supposed to do. So it is saying, first of all, log into your WordPress admin panel and locate the settings tab in the left column. So here, because WooCommerce, as you all know, is the plugin of WordPress, so in order to open and build the connection, you have to first of all go towards your WordPress site. Over here on left, you can see this is the option of WooCommerce. So I've selected that. Over here, you can see from the left side, we have the option of WooCommerce. Under WooCommerce, here we have the settings section. So let's select that. We are going to build the connection between Pabbly Connect and WooCommerce, and how we are going to do that? With the help of webhook URL. So to insert the webhook URL, we have to go towards advanced section over here. Then after coming over here, we have the option of webhooks which we have to select, and we are going to create a new webhook. And we are going to create a new webhook over here. So let's click on this add webhook button. And here we are going to enter the details in these fields to create the webhook. So first of all, it is asking us to provide a name to the webhook. So for whichever reason you are setting up this connection, you can give the name according to your choice. Here I'm going to give the name to my webhook as new orders. Then I'm going to select the status as active. Then here we have to select the very important step, that is topic. For which reason, for which event you want to set up this connection. My objective is that whenever the order will be created, then the response should be captured. So the reason, the topic will be order created over here. Alright, then here we have to paste the delivery URL, that is the webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect, and we'll simply click on save webhook now. As we have done that, the webhook is updated successfully. This means that the connection between WooCommerce and Pabbly Connect is built. Here you can see we have received a test response. Okay, so now we are going to click on recapture webhook response button, and it is showing waiting for webhook response. Now we have to do a test submission so that the response could be captured. The test submission will be creating of an order in WooCommerce. So I'm going to open my WooCommerce store. I'm going to place an order over here from a customer's side, and as we will do that, the response will be captured. So I'm going to go back towards WooCommerce. We'll go towards the product section, and let's say I'm going to purchase this web camera. So I'm going to click on view. As you will do that, the checkout page of this web camera is open. So I'm going to click on add to cart, and over here I'm going to place the order. Here the default details are already given. The name of the customer, let's say, is latest, and the last name is user. Here we have the company name, country, street address, apartment name, okay, city, state, zip code, a random phone number, and a random email address. So all these details are dummy details, because currently I am doing a test submission to capture the response in Pabbly Connect. So here I am going to use some dummy details. Okay, so we have the details, and now simply by using the details, I am going to click on place order. The payment option over here is cash on delivery, and the order is placed. Over here we have the order number, payment method, that is cash on delivery, the date on which the order is placed, and the details of the customer. This means that the order is placed successfully. So I'm going to take you back towards Pabbly Connect. We will wait for the response for a few seconds over here, and you can see that the response is captured. So in this response we have received all the details. So over here, first of all, we have the order ID. Okay, when we'll scroll down over here, we have the currency, INR. Then over here we have the details of the customer, the name, last name, zip code, phone number, state, email address, city, street address, that means the billing address, and all other details. So this means that the connection is absolutely successful, and we have received the exact details, as you can see. Okay, so once we have set up the connection between WooCommerce and Pabbly Connect, now whenever a new order will be placed on our WooCommerce store, automatically the response of that order will be captured with all the details inside Pabbly Connect. And now, because my objective is to create a Trello card for each of the orders, so I will have to set up the connection between Trello and Pabbly Connect for that. So we'll move forward towards our action step, and we will select our action application as Trello over here. As we have done that, now the chance is to select the action event, that what actually you want to perform. I want to create a card inside Trello. So here I'm going to select create a card with markdown type description. Okay, then we'll click on connect. For building this connection, we have to enter the username, the API key and the token. So now to build a new connection, you require following details: the username, API key and token. So how you're going to get these details? For getting these, we are going to follow the instructions given over here. We have to log into our Trello account first of all, as I've already done. You can see you also have to do the same. Then you have to click on this hyperlink developer key. After doing this, you are going to go towards Power Up Admin Portal. So first of all, let's click on this developer key hyperlink. And over here we are going to move forward, and this is the personal key. So let's copy and paste it over here first of all in the API key field. Then we require the username and the tokens. So in order to get these details, once again we'll go towards developer API key section, and after coming over here you can see the heading token. So from this hyperlink token we are going to generate the token now, that too manually. So we'll click on this hyperlink token, and over here you can see first of all we have received the username. So let's copy this username and paste it over here in the field which requires username. Then we have to generate the token. So we are going to allow the permissions to Trello in order to generate the token. Our data is 100% safe and secure with Pabbly Connect, so we can fearlessly click on allow. And this is our token. So we'll simply copy the token, we'll move back and paste it over here quickly. Done. Let's click on save. In a similar manner, you have to get the details in Trello to build the connection. And as we've done that, you can see that the connection is built successfully. First of all, we have to select the board. So you can see we have a list of boards over here. In which board you want to create the card for your WooCommerce orders. I'm going to take you towards my Trello account once again. And here these are all the boards I have. So I'm going to select this WooCommerce order board. And I want that whenever an order will be placed on my WooCommerce store, then in this particular new order list, a card should be added for tracking. So here I'm going to first of all refresh this choose board section, and here I'm going to select the board which I want, WooCommerce orders. Okay. Then we have to select the list ID. So we have two lists over here. You can see Pinterest updates and new orders. I want that whenever a new order will be placed in WooCommerce, then the card should be added in this new order list. So I will have to select the same list over here. Okay, done. Then here it is asking us the name of the card. So here I'm going to give the name of my card with the name of the customer and the order ID, which is going to be unique for each and every order. So first of all, I will enter the order ID over here. This is my previous response, and here we have all the details. When I'm going to search for the ID, here you can see that this is the ID which we have received. This is the order ID, okay, with the name as ID. So you have to select it over here. When we have selected this data from our previous response like this, we have mapped it. So when we have mapped this ID, it has become dynamic, and with each and every new response now automatically it is going to replace. So this means that whenever a new order will be placed in WooCommerce, automatically this ID is going to replace with a new ID of that new order. And in this way we are going to automate the entire process of creating Trello cards for each and every WooCommerce order. Now along with this ID, I'm also going to map the name of the customer. So the name is latest customer. So I've mapped the first name, then I'm going to map the last name as well. So here we have the combination of the name and the order ID as the name of the card. And now because I have mapped all these details, automatically each of the detail is going to replace with a new detail of that new order. And in this way we will simply automate the entire process. Now in the description, I'm going to provide each and every details which I want in the card, such as the order ID, the name of the customer, email of the customer, shipping and etc. So here first of all, let's start with the name. Then here I'm going to use email of the customer. Then I'm going to use the order ID once again, date of order, then the amount to be paid and the shipping address. So now one by one I'm going to map all these details from my previous response. So here we have the name of the customer, first name and the last name. Then here I'm going to map the email. So mapping is very easy step. We just have to search the details in our previous step and it will be mapped. So here we want the ID once again. I'm going to map the ID. Alright, then here we have to map the date. Okay, if you want to change the format of this date, you can also do this. But I'm going to keep the same currently. Then here we have the total amount to be paid by the customer and the shipping address. So here I'm going to search for the address as well. This is the street address. Then we have the apartment address as well. So I'm going to map the full address over here. Okay, done. Then here we have done with the details. So this is the description of my card and this is the name of the card. So if you want to provide the position, you can also select that. I'm going to select top only, member ID, label ID, start date, due date and etc. So I do not want to enter these details because I have also not received them. So I will simply click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, the card is created as we have received the response, and in the response we have received the card ID as well. So now I'm going to quickly take you towards Trello. And over here we have a new card created in the list which we have selected name as new orders. This is the card and here we have the details of the card as well. This means that the connection is absolutely successful. So now whenever a new order will be placed in WooCommerce, automatically a card with all the details will be added in Trello. Let's check this workflow once again. I'm going to take you back towards my WooCommerce store. Let's say here I'm going to purchase this grooming kit now. This is the checkout page. I'm going to quickly click on add to cart. And here I'm going to proceed to checkout. I'm going to change the details over here. Let's say this time the name of the customer is Smart User. Alright, then we have the country which is India only. Then I'm going to change the street address. Let's say Old Street. New apartment. City is let's say Indore only. State is Madhya Pradesh. We have the random zip code. I'm going to change the phone number and the email ID. Alright, then I'm going to place the order. As the order is being placed, now I'm going to take you back towards Trello. We will check whether automatically a card is created for this new order with the name as Smart User or not. And yes, over here you can see that a new card is automatically created. This time we have the changed ID and also the changed name. When we are going to open this card, we have all the details of the order ID, the email address of the customer and shipping details and the amount as well. This means that our connection is absolutely successful and also our workflow is running fine. So we'll quickly summarize what we have actually done in this workflow. We have taken very simple steps, trigger and action. In trigger, we have taken WooCommerce and in action, we have taken Trello. And we have connected both of them in such a way that now whenever a new order will be placed in WooCommerce, automatically a card will be created in Trello. So if you also want to create this amazing automation, you can follow the steps given over here and you will be able to very easily create this automation without any coding and programming skills to manage all your WooCommerce orders. So I hope this video is helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.